Hey guys, my name's Sila and welcome to another video. Now in this video I'm going to show you guys one of the most broken rat holes in Crystal Isles. Now this glitch is actually not found by me again, it's actually found by a Discord member of mine, and he's also a content creator. So he actually found this glitch or this rat hole, he made a video on it. His name is Chops. I'll link his channel down in the description, so if you like to go check him out in the end, then yeah, go check him out. The link will be in the description below. So he actually found this glitch, and he actually reached out to me and asked if I would like to showcase it on my channel. And upon reviewing the space location, I think it's definitely worth showcasing, and I think you guys would definitely like it. So I told him sure, and here's the video of pretty much me making a build for this space and showing you the different benefits of this space. Now there's going to be something special at the end, so be sure to stay till the end if you want to have a surprise. Now, this thing is actually positioned in a cave, and the best landmark you can look is these giant orange crystals above the cave. So go to these giant crystals. The chords will be here if you want to use the chords for reference. It will be 47.5, 76.8. Now, after you get to these chords, look for the purple mushroom. Now, if you see the purple mushroom there, just go right below that mushroom, and that will be the cave entrance. The cave is not the place we want to be, like it's not the place we're going to build, but the glitch is inside the cave, like the rat hole is inside the cave. So just head into the cave. I'm going to have my chords out the whole time so you guys know exactly where I am. Now, follow the cave, go straight forward. There's a bunch of stuff on the side, but nothing's like important here. Just go straight forward, turn a bit to the left, and you will want to look for something that is like a ruin. So like the thing that gives you explorer node on island, you want to look for something like that here in the cave. Now you will see a archway. The chords are on the screen right now, and just go to the archway and then go to the chords pretty much. And then you have to be exactly here because the entrance to the rat hole is actually extremely small, and if you're not exactly here, there's no way you'll be able to find the entrance pretty much. So let me just quickly go into walk mode, and I'm gonna show you guys the rat hole. Alright, so pretty much you want to come to this archway, right? And then you want to be looking at the archway, and then you want to turn right. Now you can see that there's a few mushrooms here, and that will be the indicator that you are at the correct place. Now drop down and then just turn around. This is pretty much the rat hole. This is the entrance of the rat hole. It's small enough for one people to come in. They have to be crouched pretty much. Yeah, they have to be crouched. You can't walk in, as you can see right now. You have to crouch in. And then here is where you can actually build. Now I know this is not big, but it's really like hidden and pretty much good enough for one people or two people. Like this is not something that you can breed dinos in or pretty much do anything big for that matter, but it's really something that you can just either hide your loot if you're like a relatively big tribe. Now I'm going to place a foundation so you can like see approximately how big it is. You can put approximately like a 4x3 in here with a bunch more stuff forward, but that's how like much space it has. It's not a lot, but you can actually put like a decent amount of vaults here, and you can also, this can just be like a good place to start off. Like it's pretty easy to access with a flyer. You can just fly in, and it's also really easy to defend. There's exactly one entrance. If you have any tames, they can't get sniped. You can pretty much like live here for like a day or two without being disturbed. And if you put a tech turret there, pretty much, assuming you have a tech turret, people pretty much can't raid you because tech turret has a knockback effect, and it's even worse when people are like crouched, because when people are crouched, pretty much they can't like move fast enough to dodge the tech turret, especially in such a small area. So what you really need to do is, as long as you have like two tech turrets looking at the doorway, and then with a heavy that can shoot explosives, there's no way people can really raid your base unless they spend a disgusting amount of resources, like pretty much just bombing it with like flak. Because you'll see it towards the end of the video, but I'm going to show you guys how it's impossible to raid with dinos. Like this is literally only raidable on foot. Like there's no other way to raid it except to charge in with like 1,000 Dura flak. If you put a few more turrets down there, it's going to be even worse. The angle is also pretty scuffed because you have to drop down, not get shot by the tech turret, and then try to rush it while like facing 2 or 3 tech turrets at the same time. So it's pretty scuffed, and towards the foundation there is at where I actually put my generator. That can reach all the way, obviously, if you put a tech gen. But yeah, as you can see right now, you can place like a 3x4, which is enough to put like 4 or 5 vaults, smithy, crafting station, fabricator, everything. It's not anything amazing, but it's definitely something that if you're a solo player, or if you're playing in some really aggressive server that you just want to kind of chill on, or just find a place to like hide your loot and just go out in PvP, then this would definitely be like some place you can consider, especially in Crystal Isles. There really isn't that much base spot, so this can definitely like help you out. Alright, now I'm going to show you guys like a build I made for this. So yeah. Alright, so this is the build I came up with. Now obviously I threw this together in about like 10 minutes, so it's not the best build. Although I am a builder, I really haven't considered this much, I haven't really done that much testing. So this is more like a reference than an actual build. Just use this as a reference to pretty much plan out your build, so you guys can know like how many space you have, what can you expect that you can fit in there, what you can't fit in there. Right, so when people drop down, they go in, and then you can pretty much place like 3 heavies and like 2 tech turrets facing the entrance, which is pretty good if you ask me. You can put like more heavies at the back and like tech turrets at the back, but like towards the entrance you can place like a few turrets. You really don't need that much because it's like a crouch bot, which is really hard to raid by itself. So the generator, as I said, is on that corner. So pretty much people can't just like cheese it with a tech rifle. If they want to cheese it, they literally have to like come out the entire way. Another neat trick I would do is to put a heavy turret there, but this heavy turret should only be there when you're like out of your base. So when you go out, you just pick it up and place it back down. Now this prevents people from actually bouncing a cryopod all the way back here. It's really hard to do, but it might be possible. I haven't tried it myself, but I think it might be possible. So if you put a heavy here, the cryopod will pretty much just ricochet off the heavy and then just bounce forward. So it's going to have that not enough room to deploy or something like that. It's going to show that if you have a turret there, because a turret pretty much blocks the deployment of any cryo dinos, because it's like a structure by itself. So yeah, that's the defense. Now towards the crafting station. Oh, by the way, you can actually have a tech force field here. You can actually fit one here. I don't think it's that useful, but if you want, just for a last resort, in case you want to put a tech force field out. Um, but yeah, you can see there's like 2 rows of turret mainly. Even if people get past the first one, they still have to pretty much crouch in like that entrance and then try to uncrouch while sprinting directly at your like quote-unquote death wall. You can put as many turrets as you want. You can put like, I don't know, 30 heavies, 30 techs if you want. I'm pretty sure you can actually fit that much. You can build ceilings, which can allow you to place even more pillars. Yeah, again, you can pretty much put as many turrets as you want. Although personally, I think 20, 30 would be more than enough for this small rat hole. But yeah, the generator has to be on that side, because if people are trying to tech your generator from like an angle with tech rifle, it's a lot harder to tech if it's on the left side compared to when if it's on the right side. So make sure you have the generator on the left side, behind some turret if possible, behind a heavy if possible, so people can't like shoot the heavy, because you can't tech rifle a heavy. So that's definitely something you want to do. And yeah, that's pretty much the defenses mainly. And unfortunately, yeah, you can't put a transmitter here. The transmitter is way too big for this cave, for this rat hole. So what you can do is you can just put a transmitter like outside somewhere in like the corner of the cave, just shut it off. And if you have to transfer, just go over there. It's really not that hard. Just like grapple up and like run over there. As far as I can tell, the entire cave is like empty of any hostiles. It could be just my single player not loading or anything up, but I think it's not that hostile, so you can pretty much safely go around the cave. And yeah, right, so I know you guys are going to want me to do some testing so you guys can actually tell how good that base is. Now I did 2 main testing, and yeah, I guess we'll see how good this cave actually can be. Right, so the first thing is obviously just running with flag. Now I have God mode on right now, I'm not running, but I'm just showing you guys how many turrets can pretty much shoot you. The heavy is obviously shooting you all the way back here, but the main thing you want to be shooting is the tech. Now you pretty much have to crouch if you want to get into the cave. So the second you crouch at the entrance, the tech turret will pretty much just shoot you, and you just bounce straight back to the end. So I think that's like one of the major defenses for this place. Alright, the second testing we'll be doing is crowd dinos. Now, this is obviously a very effective method to raid. However, I currently have a crowd turtle, which is the most commonly used dino to raid caves, like rat holes, and as you can see, it doesn't really work. You can't really uncrowd literally anything. Like, you can't crowd anything here, so pretty much it is like immune to crowd raiding. So I think that's another big plus for this rat hole personally. So yeah guys, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys actually enjoyed it. Mate, unraidable is it? I'm guessing you forgot all about mechs, didn't you? You twat. Now firstly, before you all start complaining in the comment section, I've actually tested this, and believe it or not, you actually cannot mech this spot. I had a mech above it, as you can see on screen right now, and I've been meching this spot for like 5 minutes, and then when I went down there, nothing's damaged. Now I don't know if it's just for this spot, or it's my game that's buggy, or props to Wildcard for actually fixing like some sort of mech meshing, but yeah, this spot cannot be meched, and it's completely safe from any sort of mech mesh. So yeah, that's the first, right? And second, if you go to Wildcard's code of conduct page under hacking and exploiting, it says that attacking or blocking players through the terrain with dinosaur is considered hacking and exploiting. So no, you can't do that because that's against the terms of service.